What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I stumbled across two articles that at first glance seem totally different. One is about the US dollar making a comeback above 100 and the other is about South Africans being warned to brace for bad news. But the more I read, the more I realize these stories might actually be connected, and honestly I'm not sure I fully understand what is happening. So I want to walk through it with you and hopefully we can figure this out together. The FX Empire article explains that the US dollar index climbed back above 100. That might sound like just another number, but apparently it's a big deal. Why? Because when the dollar strengthens, it ripples across everything: gold, Bitcoin, and stocks. Gold usually struggles when the dollar is strong, since investors see the dollar as safer. Bitcoin, on the other hand, sometimes benefits when people look for alternatives, but not always. And stocks, they can be shaky at times because a strong dollar makes US exports more expensive. So, does a strong dollar mean Bitcoin will rise as an alternative? Or does it mean Bitcoin will fall because investors flock to the dollar instead? So, gold has been under pressure while Bitcoin has been volatile. Some analysts think Bitcoin could benefit if people lose faith in traditional markets. Others say the dollar strength will keep crypto suppressed. It's almost like Bitcoin is caught in the middle, too risky for some, too promising for others. And gold? Well, it's supposed to be the safe haven, but even that struggles against the dollar's comeback. So, is Bitcoin really digital gold? Or is it just another risky asset that moves when the dollar sneezes? At this moment in time, Bitcoin is doing, I won't say too bad, but it is experiencing a withdrawal or pullback at the moment. It used to be at $120,000. At this moment in time, I'm not sure. I think it's around 88 or just about lower than that at the moment. Now, let's zoom in on South Africa. Burstek reports that economists are warning us to brace for bad news. The Reserve Bank is under pressure. Inflation came in at 3.6% in October, slightly higher than expected, and the bank has set a new target of 3%. So that means interest rates might stay high or even go higher. And while some economists are calling for a 25 basis point cut, others think the bank will hold steady. Here's the kicker though. Homeowners are struggling. There's a blockage of 3.5 million homes and 80% of our households are priced out of the property market. High interest rates are making it worse. Should the Reserve Bank cut rates to help growth? Or should they keep rates high to crush inflation? Here's where the two stories connect. A strong US dollar affects global markets, including South Africa. When the dollar rises, emerging markets like ours often feel the pain. Imports get more expensive, debt costs rise, and local currencies weaken. So maybe the Reserve Bank is stuck between two forces. Globally, the dollar is flexing its muscles. Locally, inflation is stubborn and homeowners are hurting. If the bank cuts rates, do we risk inflation spiraling again? If they hold rates, do we risk crashing growth and deepening the housing crisis? Let's step back for a moment. This isn't the first time we've seen the dollar surge. Back in the early 90s, the dollar soared under tight US monetary policy, and emerging markets struggled. In 2015, a strong dollar rattled global commodities, pushing oil and gold lower. And South Africa? We've been here before too. In 1998, during the Asian financial crisis, the rand collapsed against the dollar. In 2020, during the pandemic, the Reserve Bank slashed rates to support growth, but inflation later came roaring back. So, are we repeating history, or is this time different because crypto is now part of the equation? Other countries are facing similar dilemmas. In Turkey, high inflation forced the central bank to raise rates aggressively, hurting growth. In Argentina, currency weakness made debt unbearable. In the US, the Federal Reserve has been balancing inflation control with recession fears. South Africa isn't alone, but our situation is unique because of the housing crisis and the new 3% inflation target. Should we follow global trends and stay cautious, or should we carve our own path and prioritize growth? Think of it like driving a car. If you slam the brakes too hard, high interest rates, you stop inflation. But you also risk stalling the economy. If you hit the accelerator, rate cuts, you boost growth, but inflation might spin out of control. And the dollar, it's like a truck on the highway. When it speeds up, smaller cars like emerging markets have to adjust their lanes. Sometimes they get pushed aside. Are we passengers in this global ride, or do we have control of the wheel? So, here's where I'm at. The dollar is strong, gold is weak, Bitcoin is volatile, and South Africa is bracing for bad news. I don't have the answers, but I do have questions, and I want to hear from you. Is the dollar's comeback good or bad for crypto? Should the Reserve Bank cut rates or hold steady? And do you think Bitcoin can really act as a hedge in times like these? Drop your thoughts in the comment, guys. I read all the comments. I want to know what you think. If you found this information or this breakdown helpful, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more crypto and economic deep dives. I'll keep digging so you don't have to. Thanks for watching, guys, and please stay tuned for the next one.